Hey everyone, welcome to Music Beats Cancer, our first live stream, and I'm super excited. In fact, I'm excited because it is our first live stream, and we have a great lineup of artists, and we have a special guest who will be joining us. Um, they will be joining us for the commercial break, so stay tuned. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Mona Jhaveri. I'm the founder and director of Sound Effects. And if you're not familiar with our organization, Sound Effects is a cancer charity. And it's our mission to transform how the war on cancer is fought and financed. And I think cancer is near and dear to everyone's heart. Most of us have been affected, if not directly, then indirectly, through people we love. I believe many of us have joined the war on cancer. Traditionally, when we want to fight the war on cancer, we donate to research for the cure. We go to galas, we do walks and runs for life, we plant trees. In the end, it's not clear where our money goes and if our donation helped anyone. So Sound Effects wants to change that. We are a virtual platform, and Sound Effects enables you to directly and transparently donate to an innovator, a biotech innovator who is actively working on a cancer solution, whether it be a new diagnostic, a new treatment, a new therapy, a vaccine, an immunotherapy, a gene therapy, anything and everything that can actually and potentially help improve outcomes for people battling this disease. And so as we are sitting here in the midst of a pandemic, I think most of us understand the biggest and best tool we have right now against COVID-19 is social distancing. And I think that most of us understand and appreciate the need for tools, whether it be diagnostics, treatments, vaccines that can help us. I also think most of us appreciate just really what it takes to develop these tools, the kind of time involved, as well as the risk involved. And Sound Effects, we see innovators, biotech innovators, as being key to helping us battle disease. For us, they are underfunded, unnoticed, and we want to change that. And we have strategically aligned with musical artists to help us put a spotlight on these innovators, because these innovators really are our risk takers who are at the forefront of our cancer battle. And at Sound Effects, we like to say music is our torch for change. And so, no further ado, I want to launch Music Beats Cancer, and I'm going to introduce our first performer. But before I do, for those of you who are here watching this live stream, please leave in the comments where you're watching from. We'd greatly appreciate it. And if you, in fact, like what you see with the artist, if you're enjoying their music, send them a thumbs up emoji or a clap emoji. We'd all be really, really grateful. Okay, so let me bring on our first guest, Megan Lee.
Hi,
Megan.
Mona.
How are you?
Doing great. Tuning in here from Western Maryland.
Excellent. I was going to say, where are you guys coming from? And tell us why you align with Sound Effects.
So I first found Sound Effects last year, and I was just really impressed. I love that you are changing the narrative, like you just explained. You know, it's not just you're donating to research and you don't really know where your money's going, but it's more of the innovators that are getting the support, and I think that's super important. So that was the first thing. And then, of course, yes, you were right. Cancer has had an impact on me very closely. We lost my grandmother, my mom's mom, very early in my life and hers. And my uncle passed away from brain cancer several years ago as well. My mother has had breast cancer. So, yeah, I mean,
Wow.
it's been quite the struggle. And I know, that happens a lot. And just the chance to use music and align that with such a such a great cause is really special to me.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing that, Megan. So appreciate it. All right, so I'll let you take it away, and we'll all be tuning in.
Thanks, Mona. All right. So I am Megan Lee. So happy to be here with you guys. To my left is my duo partner and my accompanist for today, Eli Lev. And we're just a couple musicians. We're full-time musicians in the DMV area. And this song that I'm going to sing for you today is my very first single. It's the first song I've actually ever written. And my debut single called In This Space. It's unreleased. It's going to be coming out within the next couple months. So I hope you like it. In this space, feel the air fill my lungs and my fears slip away. I can breathe. I'm at peace in the stillness, just seeing myself as I am. And I smile and relax into what I get back from this space. In this space, here I sit. The newness surrounds me, white walls and a bounty of windows, glass portals to the world. Let the moonlight stream through every shape with a different view. Smells like paint, hopes and dreams, and it whispers, let it move you, let it hold you, let it shelter and unfold you. In this space, feel the air fill my lungs and my fears slip away. I can breathe. I'm at peace in the stillness, just seeing myself as I am, as I am, as I am. Step into this empty room, but it's already feeling full with memories to be made and stories to be shared. Here it sits, waiting in the light of the night, and it tells me, let it move you, let it hold you, let it shelter and unfold you. In this space, feel the air fill my lungs and my fears slip away. I can breathe. I'm at peace in the stillness, just see myself as I am, as I am, as I am. And I smile and relax into what I get back from this space. In this space, in this space. Yeah. All right. Thanks for listening, guys.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. All right, so I'm going to introduce our next performer, Jenna Rose.
Hello.
Hey there, Jenna. How are you?
Hi, Mona. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. So great to see you.
You too.
Hey, can you tell everybody where you're performing from and why you've aligned with sound effects?
Yeah, of course. So I am from Long Island, New York, and this organization means so much to me because I actually have lost a few family members due to cancer. And I've been a part of different organizations, either through bullying, cancer, and I just love using music and my platform to spread awareness about it and to help touch people because especially during this time also music is something that is saving people from stress and it's just making people feel better in such horrific times. So I really appreciate this organization.
Yeah, thank you, Jenna. And I think it's true. There is some magic to music that is bringing us together, that is healing us. And I guess, why I even wanted to launch this live stream is because I think community is through music is going to make us more resilient. So I'm really grateful that you can be part of it.
Of
So
course.
with that, I'll give you the screen, I'll give you the stage, and you can take it from there. Thanks.
Thank you so much. So my song that I'm going to be singing today is my latest original song that is released on all streaming services, and it is called Chances. And I hope you guys like it. I ain't gonna lie, I was feeling the vibrations. Gave you all my time, and without no limitations. We felt so right, like we were one of God's creations. Oh, oh. Your hand in mine, didn't wanna let it go. Then you started to act distant and not answering your phone. I would have to blow you up and send you 5 texts in a row. Oh, oh. I gave you chance after chance, so why should I give up myself again? No, I ain't playing no games, but you've been tripping up, yeah, you're the one to blame. I gave you chance after chance, so why should I give up myself again? Damn, no, I ain't playing no games, but you've been tripping up, yeah, you're the one to blame. I felt deception in your touch, knew what I was getting into, but I was lost in a rush. Oh, now I'm lying here alone, and I wanna see your face, but you're not mine to call my own. Why do you cause me pain, and I can't take it? 'Cause I just wanna hear your name. I gave you chance after chance, so why should I give up myself again? No, I ain't playing no games. Boy, you've been tripping up, yeah, you're the one to blame. I gave you chance after chance, so why should I give up myself again? No, I ain't playing no games. Boy, you've been tripping up, yeah, you're the one to blame. Chance after chance, 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 chance after chance. Way too many chances. I gave you chance after chance, so why should I give up myself again? No, I ain't playing no games. Boy, you've been tripping up, yeah, you're the one to blame. I gave you chance after chance, so why should I give up myself again? No, I ain't playing no games. Boy, you've been tripping up, yeah, you're the one to blame. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you, Jenna. That was amazing. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, We're going to move on to our next guest, but this was really I mean, it's so great to have these pieces of music and have everybody sort of express themselves differently in their own way. But again, thank you so much, and I'm going to bring on our next guest, who is Susan Lee. How are you?
Good.
Susanna?
Yes. How are you?
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks.
Awesome. So tell us where you are performing from, and why you align with sound effects.
Yes, I'm performing from Austin, Texas, and I feel I align with the mission because my mom had cancer, and thankfully she beat it. So I'm happy and thankful that I get to support this organization, particularly now, since this will help support the research that we're fighting against right now, the new war against COVID.
Yeah, thank you, and congratulations to your mom. Then
Yeah.
that's good news. And you're in Austin, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome, awesome. All right, so I'll give you the stage, and I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, so this song that we're going to sing is a fun original song from a previous band I was in called Susanna Lee and Company. And as you can see, I have some cool t-shirts, and anything that I sell from my website, I will let the proceeds go to this organization to help fund this research. So music, I feel, is important for us to be able to escape, for a little while and calm ourselves down and enjoy life in the moment. So I hope you guys enjoy this song, Come Slip Away With Me. That's what it's called. Oh, and this is Dan, the man on the drums back here, is my dad, who's joining us today. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow, that was a lot of fun. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I want to say that I actually like that stage you got going.
Cool, yeah.
It's
You can find
so
me
cool.
online. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Susanna. And I also posted your link in the comments for your merch. So
Awesome.
anybody, we're so grateful to Susanna. If you purchase a merch from her link, she's donating it to Sound Effects. So thank you.
Welcome.
All right, so we are, let me just put, we are going to have a commercial break at the moment. Richard Brand, who is the Chief Financial Officer of Genius Biotechnology. Let me invite Richard on. Hi there, Richard.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you doing?
Great, thank you. How are you?
Excellent. Say thank you so much for joining our music, I guess our music showcase. This is actually the first time that we've ever had someone like yourself intermixed in a music showcase. Maybe this is the first time ever in history, but it's pretty cool to do this. So for all of you out there, Genius's technology is on our. Quickly ask Richard a question so we can better understand his technology and why we should get around it and support it, essentially. And so we've all heard of chemotherapy, we've all heard of radiation therapy, we know about surgery when it comes to cancer, but what is immunotherapy? This is a new word for many of us. And that too, you guys are doing something called T-cell adoptive therapy. What is that, and why do we need to know about this?
The idea is that many times our bodies can stop the cancer itself, but then for the few of us where the cancer overtakes, obviously our immune system have broken down somehow. So this whole idea was during the last decade, the scientists thought we could stimulate the immune system of those patients to attack the cancer. And that was the whole idea. Get rid of chemotherapy and reduce the need for radiation and just use your own body's immune system to attack the cancer. And then, for example, and you know, maybe the first drug was approved and started selling in 2014. That addresses 20% of the patients. So, for example, it really did a great job for Jimmy Carter, but it didn't do a great job for others.
Right.
But even though it's only 20% of the patients, it's $11 billion of sales last year. And there's another drug just like that that's a little bit less, $9 billion of sales. So even for 20% of the patients, a lot of spend in the healthcare system.
Yeah.
And what we're doing is T cells are just part of our white blood cells. That's part of our immune system. And rather than inject anything artificial, we're saying if I have a particular type of cancer and my T cells aren't amped up enough, what T cells do I actually need to attack my cancer? And then we draw my blood, and then we run it through 3 separate 1-week processes of stimulation to increase those white blood cells that are the best at killing my cancer. And then we ship it back so I can have an infusion twice to have my blood back in my body, but with my own T cells and white blood cells amplified that are best at killing the cancer.
Yeah. So if I understand this, it sounds like immunotherapies, they work miraculously for some people,
Right.
but for many people, they don't work at all. My understanding also is that they're very toxic. They can be very toxic, landing you in the ICU for days, if not weeks, in the hospital. And then the other thing is the cost, is what I'm also hearing. So it sounds like the Genius technology of T cells could revolutionize immunotherapy as we know it.
And our thought was beginning 2010 and 2011, we were concerned about our manufacturing process to address cost even before it became a problem. And so we are now able to deliver this process with our closed manufacturing system in a way that is at a cost of 1/10 of what the others are doing. And as you mentioned, the side effects of the others are very, very severe for a third of the patients. A real overstimulation of our immune system, which leads to all sorts of problems and dementia. And that means that if you're going to get that treatment, you have to go to one of the 16 intensive care units in the country. You can't just do it, 5 minutes from your home. What we've tried to do is, and it's been demonstrated, the side effect of our natural T-cell approach has been just 2 weeks of mild flu-like symptoms. Nothing like the others. And that means we can do the treatment 5 minutes from our home at a normal infusion center where anybody with cancer is usually going every week anyway.
Yeah.
And so we are addressing the cost by being able to generate this process at 1/10 of the cost and thus make it accessible to people, whereas other insurance companies are blocking access to these other high-cost treatments and also doing it in such a way that we're not forcing people to have to face severe side effects. That all means that we can start rising up in the chain of how people are treated, so that eventually maybe it's surgery, and then immediately thereafter it's our treatment with your own T cells, and even skip chemotherapy and the side effects of chemo.
Yeah, and that would be huge. I mean, what you're saying is just, it doesn't even seem fathomable in our lifetime, but it is real, and it's close within reach. And I also like the idea that patients can go 5 minutes from their homes. They don't have to travel. They don't have to be in a hospital. It's just this burden to the patient, to the family, to the entire community, from a functional perspective, but also from a cost perspective. So I am super excited to have you guys on our platform and to really, really rally people around supporting it and understanding what it means for the future of fighting cancer.
Yeah, well, we really appreciate your help. Everything you guys can do it goes a long way. We're very cost effective in how we run our business and our rent and everything, and it's great working with you guys.
Thank you so much, Richard. And for those of you who are interested, please go to our website, soundeffects.org, and check out the campaigns. And you'll see the genius technology there, and be so grateful to if you could make a contribution. All right, with that, I'm going to introduce our next guest, who will be Jason. How you doing?
It's
It's nice seeing you. It's been a while, Jason.
years.
So, but I'm glad to see you virtually. I'm really grateful. So, Jason, tell us where you're performing from. Tell us why you aligned with Sound Effects.
Yeah, we're out of Chapel Hill right now, North Carolina, and we've been acquainted and been involved with Sound Effects for at least, I want to say 6 years now, 7 years. And at the time, my best friend was fighting brain cancer, and unfortunately, we lost him to it in 2018.
Wow.
Thank you. Yeah, it's it just makes the cause even more prevalent and hitting home to me more so now. And believe it or not, his mother actually just fought breast cancer last year. So, and she's recovering well.
Yeah, I find it particularly sad when it's young people that are battling. I mean, it's hard when anyone's battling, but it's just really robs you of a certain part of your life. So yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. And I'm grateful that you guys have joined us. And I know you were one of the first artists and very loyal to what we're doing. So thank you, Jason.
Well, thank you.
So I'll give you the stage now, and take it away.
All right. We're gonna do a classic one in my discography. Been around for a while. It's gonna hold me a little closer. Go something like this. Won't you look my way? So I have to love my go and make my day. 'Cause I cannot sweet embrace. Hold me a little closer. Won't you hold me a little closer? Hold me a little closer. Won't you hold me a little closer? Love me for all of my days. And my sweet baby, know your looks knock me up. Enough to make any man just scream and shout. So take me by the hand, curl me around. Life could last me till 100 years old. Won't you hold me a little closer? Hold me a little closer. Won't you hold me a little closer? Love me for all of my days now. You hold me a little closer. Hold me a little closer. Won't you hold me a little closer? Love me for all of my days. So hold me a little closer. Hold me a little closer. Won't you hold me a little closer? Love me for all of my days. You hold me a little closer, love me for all of my days. You hold me a little closer, love me for all of my days.
Hey, wow. That was amazing.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, I feel like your music has evolved, over these past years.
That one's been around since 2012, 2013. But
oh, really?
Yeah, that one's been around for a while.
So that's an oldie but goodie. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of new music coming out. So very busy in quarantine.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So everyone, please check out Jason D'Amico, and I have his official Jay D'Amico official. Definitely want to see your music, the new stuff.
We got a new video coming out tomorrow, and I'm dancing around in the hallway. So we'll see this. Thank you.
All right, take care.
All right.
All right, I'm going to announce our musician, Static Link. Bring him in.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining. So excited.
Thanks for the invite. I'm excited too. So basically, I didn't. I was trying to get my instruments hooked up, but like I was having a problem with like a bunch of feedback. So I actually teach. I'm a college professor, so I had like a class before this, and so I was trying to set it up now, and for some reason it wasn't working correctly. But what I decided I'm going to do instead is I actually have a new single coming out, so I figured that I would play the single for everyone so they can kind of hear it, and kind of go from there.
Excellent. So before you start, tell us where you're performing from and why you've aligned with Sound Effects.
So I am in New York City right now, in the epicenter of it all. Basically, I don't know. I saw a thing through Reverb Nation for Sound Effects, and it just was a really cool thing I wanted to be a part of, and I'm happy to be part of it. I started with the South by Southwest Challenge, and obviously we all know what happened with that. That kind of fell through given the COVID situation. So just happy to continue to be involved. Something that's important to me. My grandma recently, right around the time that I joined with you guys, she was diagnosed with cancer. So she was fighting it, and she's fine now. But it's so something that I think it's a cool cause to be part of, and I'm happy to raise money for it. So makes me feel like I'm doing something good.
And I want to say that Josh, you were one of our winners of our challenges, so which is really huge for us. It's because the winners are kind of like leading our fight, if you will. So it means a lot.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I was kind of surprised how much money a lot of my social media followers chipped in, and I had some big donations that, to be honest with you, I wasn't really expecting. And I think it was cool to see everybody collectively get behind a cause that's so important. So
yeah. So with that, I'm going to give you the stage.
Better open your eyes. Wake up. Better open your eyes. You better open your eyes. Yeah. You better open your eyes. You better open your eyes. Go. You better open your eyes. You better open your eyes. Yeah, you better open your eyes. Wake up. You better open your eyes. 100 bullets in my dress, I hope you get the message. I just loaded up my weapon, hope you get the stepping. Collection plate with the bread is how they distribute lettuce. Another epidemic leading to a great depression. Every election we worry and stressing. Little kids in detention centers, they failing to mention. Rope you in and spread fear with scary intentions. Hope your third eye clear and you paying attention. Divided we fall, together we win. But you blinded from all them terrible sins. Let's make amends and let's make some ends. I'm looking out for family, I don't need me no new friends. Them headlines and them newsstands have you believing fake leaders and false flags. Enslave your ass, then they take the cash. Brag on what you making when really you only taking half. You only taking half. Brag on what you making when really you only taking half. You only taking half. Brag on what you making when really you only taking half. Better open your eyes. You better open your eyes, yeah. You better open your eyes. You better open your eyes. Wake up. You better open your eyes. You better open your eyes. Yeah, you better open your eyes. Wake up. You better open your eyes.
They wanna divide and conquer us. The oldest trick in the book. It's even easier than it looks. Can trust the police, and even worse than the crooks. So our voice goes unheard or misunderstood. Wish for a better life we only seen in our dreams. But the future's here now. Man versus machine. Have dreams of being seen on the big screen. Hope the hard work pays off cause nothing comes free. Time and time again, they might act like your friend. But a snake's still a snake after it sheds its skin. So believe what you see, what you hear might be true. They hate when you on top if they ain't there too. They just putting us against another. We'll make it easy if we kill each other. But you my brother and I really love you. It ain't no matter if we got the same mother.
Better open your eyes. You better open your eyes, yeah. You better open your eyes. You better open your eyes. Wake up. You better open your eyes. You better open your eyes. Yeah, you better open your eyes. Wake up. You better open your eyes. You better open your eyes. Wake up. Better open your eyes. You better open your eyes, yeah. You better open your eyes. You better open your eyes. Wake up. You better open your eyes. You better open your eyes. Yeah. You better open your eyes. Wake up. You better open your eyes.
Hey, thanks. So you better open your eyes. That's perfect for today.
So that's a new single that I have coming out. It's featuring a pretty big rapper from New York City. I'm pretty excited about it. So I do like mostly contemporary jazz, hip hop stuff. So yeah.
Thank you so much. So this is so you're our a final performer, and I'm just going to take over the stage. But I want to say thank you to all the artists who participated. Thank you, Richard, for sharing about the Genius technology. This is really was a success for our first Music Beats Cancer live stream. And stay tuned because we're planning to do this each month. Our next live stream is scheduled for June 19th, same time, same place. We want to see you all there. But importantly, I want you guys all to check out our website, check out the artists, the performing artists who have who we may see again next month, hopefully more, and certainly check out our campaigns. We're really grateful to have people around this to support this in any way. All right, happy Friday to all of you. Take care.